Business rule actually provides a low code logic, isn't it, to apply validations, set field values. Business rule actually is a no code way applying logic, validations, set field value, show hide fields, enable disable fields, display business messages without writing JavaScript, right? So no JavaScript is required for this. Then we need to understand what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage. What is the limitations? That is very important. So first let us understand what is the advantages. If you do not understand its advantages, disadvantages, and limitations, then there is a problem. Okay. So let me tell you what is the advantage, what is the disadvantages, and what are the limitations. So the first advantage is no code, as I told you. You do not need to write any single line of code here in business rule, isn't it? Functional consultants can create rules without JavaScript or plugins. We can build or configure business rules without code. That is advantage. Easy to maintain, isn't it? It is easy to maintain. Why? Because it's a configuration item. No need to write any code, no need to manage any source control, nothing. Rules can be modified at any time using our business rule section, right, in the solution. Next benefit is field validation. Field validation is an important concept that we can use using business rule. You can make a field required, you can validate field values, show error message. That is the advantage. Also the actions which are part of your business rule, right? What next? You can also set field values. You can also show hide fields, right? The actions, as I told you, all the actions that are possible. Enable disable fields. You can also use reusable logics. What does it mean? A business rule can often be configured to work across multiple forms for the same table, isn't it? You configure your business rule for multiple forms, isn't it? Using scope. You can define a business rule either a single form or across multiple forms, isn't it? So you can also reuse the same business rule for multiple main forms or multiple forms. This is an important advantage. So because of low development effort, it is also low development effort is low for development. Effort low for development. Why? Because it is just configuration, no development activity, no code, right? And next important thing is called as real-time behavior. Real-time behavior. Whatever logic you have configured in your business rule, it is immediately reflecting, isn't it? If some value is blank, so error message, it is immediate. So it is real-time behavior. So users can immediately see the result of a rule when interacting with the form, isn't it? Because it is real-time, right? So these are the advantages of business rules. But what is the disadvantage? Limited complexity, isn't it? You cannot have complex logic in your business rule. Can you write complex business? Can you configure complex business logic? No. So business rules are actually designed for simple business logic. For example, if customer type is VIP, give discount 10%. But complex calculations involving multiple tables is not possible. You cannot combine multiple tables for complex logic or complex algorithm which are not fit in business rule. That is a limitation, that is a disadvantage, because complex conditions cannot be handled using business rule because it is not supported. For that, you can go for JavaScript, full coding, pro code, right? As I told you, limited cross table capability. What does it mean? It means that you cannot write a business rule to connect multiple tables or conditional statements or conditions. You can only connect to the same table or columns for conditions check. So because business rules are actually primarily work with the fields on the same table, they are actually not cannot connect to multiple tables. That is the disadvantage. Next, limited control over UI, over user interface. What does it mean? It means that although business rules actually can show hide fields and enable disable fields, they provide much less UI control than JavaScript. Why? Because you can show hide fields and enable disable fields only in business rules. But can you show hide sections? Can you show hide tabs? No. There is a limitation. Only you can show hide fields on the form. No other part. Got it? So limited control over user interface. Okay. And sometimes there is another disadvantage. Next is can be difficult to manage sometimes. Difficult to manage. Why? Why difficult to manage? Because if a table has many business rules, it becomes difficult to determine, isn't it? Which field is connected in which business rule. If you have written hundreds of business rules and among them 50 business rules are having connected with one field, then there is a problem, isn't it? Which rule is firing? Which rule changed what field? Right? If a field is changing a value, you have to troubleshoot which business rule is connected. Which rule is causing the validation error? Which rule conflicts with each other? So when you have many business rules for a same entity, there is a problem of determining or managing it. That is a disadvantage, right? Although it is a no code, there are some disadvantages which comes with the asset. Next, rule conflict. What do you mean by rule conflict? Rule conflict means multiple business rules can modify the same field, isn't it? Because you can create multiple business rules for same entity, there is a high chance that a field can be updated or can be modified by multiple rules, business rules. Now let's say rule 1, set the status as active. Business rule 2, set the status as inactive, status field as inactive. Rule 3, makes the status as read only, right? So don't you think that this can create unexpected behavior? So sometimes if you do not configure rules properly, there is a rule confliction occurs, right? This is the disadvantage and this is the advantages. But what are the limitations? When you understand limitations of something, then you can better design. Okay. First limitation, not suitable for complex calculations because it is not supported. It is not designed for complex calculations, only simple calculations and behavior, it is okay. The first limitation is business rules are not designed for complex calculation. What next? Limited access to related table. Most of the disadvantages are actual limitations. Okay, so limited access to related table. This is an interview question. Can you connect related table from business rule? The answer is no. Because business rules don't provide the same flexibility as Fetch XML, Web API, plugins, Power Automate, right? When working with related entities. Because it is not supported here. Next, in business rule, you cannot connect external APIs. No external API connection. You cannot connect to any other API for integration purposes because it is not supported. Limitation. No asynchronous processing. You cannot configure a business rule to run in background or asynchronously, right? Which is possible in Power Automate, which is possible in plugin. So these are the limitations on business rules. So you have got a clear idea on when to use business rule, what are the actions available in business rule, and limitations, advantages, and disadvantages. There is a one important interview questions asked, that is that you should not assume that every business rule scenario is equivalent to server side, because until unless it is entity scope, it never runs server side. Server side, when you choose entity scope, when there is an integration scenario comes into picture, someone is trying to create a record and you want to run a rule in server side to reject the request if some condition is not met, then entity scope is required. So business rule can run on server if the entity scope is, sorry, if the scope of the business rule is entity, not forms, all forms that are client side. If it is not entity scope, it is always client side. So business rules are actually excellent for simple, low code, form oriented business logic, but they have limitations around complex calculations. Got it? Related record operation, external integrations, advanced UI behavior, robust server side processing, not at all good candidate. Got it? So keep the simple rule. Simple logic, business rule. Complex server-side logic, go for plugin or other workflow integration and automations or Power Automate. Advanced user interface logic, go for JavaScript. These are the use cases you can think of, right? When to use business rule.
Thank you for watching. To get more technical videos on Azure, Power Platform, and Dynamics 365, please like, share, and subscribe.